Whispers in the Shadows. Episode 4, The Veil's Whisper. The morning sunlight struggled to pierce through the heavy fog that clung to Black Hollow like a shroud. Inside the house, Maya paced the living room, her nerves fraying with each passing second. The whispers from the night before still lingered in her mind, and her mother's cryptic warning about the door echoed relentlessly. Caleb sat at the kitchen table, the leather-bound book open in front of him. His brows were furrowed, his finger tracing an illustration of a jagged, shadowy figure. "This thing isn't just a ghost or a spirit," Caleb said, breaking the silence. "It's tied to something bigger, something ancient." Maya stopped pacing and turned to him, arms crossed. "Ancient doesn't help us. What does it want?" Caleb hesitated. "The book calls it the Veil. It's a barrier between worlds. The Watcher guards it, and it's looking for a key. I think." He paused, meeting her eyes. "I think that key is you." Maya's heart sank. "Why me? I didn't ask for any of this." Before Caleb could respond, a loud bang came from upstairs. Both of them froze. The staircase creaked under their weight as they ascended, their breaths shallow. At the top, the hallway stretched before them, lined with shadows that seemed to shift and writhe. Maya's mother's door was ajar, swaying gently as though touched by an unseen hand. Maya stepped forward, but Caleb grabbed her wrist. "Wait," he whispered. She shook him off and pushed the door open. Inside, her mother sat upright in bed, her eyes wide and unseeing. She was muttering something under her breath, her voice trembling. "Mom?" Maya approached cautiously. "What's happening?" Dottie's head snapped toward her, her eyes filled with a mixture of fear and anger. "You opened it." Maya froze. "What do you mean? You don't remember, do you?" Dottie's voice was sharp, almost accusatory. "You were just a child. You shouldn't have touched it." Caleb stepped in, his face pale. "Touched what?" "The door," Dottie whispered, her voice cracking. "You opened the door." Maya stumbled back, her mind reeling. Memories she didn't recognize surged forward, flashes of a darkened basement, her tiny hands reaching for a wooden door etched with strange symbols. She could hear her younger self whispering, "It's just a game," as the door creaked open. "It was you," Caleb said softly. "You let it through." "I didn't know." Maya's voice broke. "I didn't know what it was." Dottie grabbed her wrist, her grip surprisingly strong. "The Watcher isn't your enemy, Maya. It's a warning. The veil is thinning, and if it breaks," she trailed off, her gaze distant. "What happens if it breaks?" Caleb asked, his voice tight. Dottie's lips trembled. "The world will drown in shadows." The words hung heavy in the air as a sudden chill swept through the room. The whispers returned, louder and more insistent. Caleb grabbed Maya's arm and pulled her back as the shadows in the room began to coalesce. The Watcher emerged, its towering form barely fitting in the confines of the room. Its glowing eyes fixed on Maya, and the whispers fell silent. "Maya," it said, its voice deep and resonant, "the door must open." "No," Maya said, stepping forward. "I'm not opening anything." The Watcher tilted its head. "You already have." A flash of darkness filled the room, and when it cleared, they were no longer in the house. Maya and Caleb stood in a vast, barren landscape, the sky above them swirling with black clouds. The ground beneath their feet was cracked and lifeless. "What is this place?" Caleb whispered. "The space between," the Watcher said, appearing beside them. "The veil is weakening, and soon, there will be no escape." Maya clenched her fists, anger flaring. "If you're so worried about the veil, then why do you keep threatening me?" The Watcher leaned closer, its shadowy form towering over her. "Because you must make a choice, Maya. Close the veil forever, or let the darkness consume your world." The ground beneath them began to shake, fissures opening and glowing with an eerie light. Maya's heart pounded as she looked to Caleb, who nodded silently. They didn't have all the answers yet, but one thing was clear. The Watcher wasn't the only thing they had to fear. Sound fades out with distant whispers and the rumble of the shaking ground. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay tuned for episode 5 as Maya and Caleb delve deeper into the mysteries of the veil and face the unimaginable.